Welcome to DCU Worlds. James Gunn just shared the first official image of MILLY Alcock on the Supergirl set, and he even wrote a whole text there saying he's excited about the filming. MILLY Alcock also posted the same image on her social media, and you can see she's really thrilled to play Supergirl in theaters. Well, this image has got everyone buzzing, and I'm seeing it everywhere on social media. So let's talk about this image because it gives us a glimpse of what the Supergirl costume might look like for this film. Plus, I have some theories about where MILLY Alcock might be sitting. All right, let's dive into all of that. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like button, comment below, and subscribe for more content like this. Also, follow our other social media channels, Instagram and Threads. I'll keep you updated on this universe we love so much. Well, the image was released by James Gunn just a few hours before I posted this video. So before discussing this image, I want to show you what James Gunn said in his post. And here's what he said. Thrilled to see cameras roll at Warner Brothers Studios Leavesden on Supergirl, with Craig Gillespie at the helm and the phenomenal MILLY Alcock as our Kara Zor-El. Craig brings an incredible sensibility to this story, and MILLY is every inch the unique Supergirl envisioned by Tom King, Bill Quay, and Ana Nogueira. Very well. So he says here that the recordings are really happening at the Warner Brothers Studios in Leavesden, and he praises director Craig Gillespie as the film's director and our dear MILLY Alcock as the star of the movie. Moreover, he mentions Tom King, Bill Quay, and Ana Nogueira for their unique and original stories, which will be the basis for this film's adaptation. Well, before we talk about the image, I will talk a bit about the team involved in the movie. So we have here director Craig Gillespie, who recently did the Cruella movie and also that film with Margot Robbie. And from what I saw in his history is that he does really well in making more dramatic films. And since the comic also has a dramatic story, I think this makes him a great director for this film. I mean, it's a fantastical story, but also dramatic because in the comic, there's all that thing about Ruthie wanting to get revenge for her father's death, but also as the story unfolds, there are all those approaches to seeking revenge in a comedic way with absurd situations and caricatured characters in a light manner. So I think director Craig Gillespie will do very well directing this film. Well, another thing I wanted to mention is Tom King being involved in the movie because I've always thought it's much better to include writers like Tom King for this type of film since they have been working for years with these characters and they know these characters better than any other writer you hire to make these superhero films. So I think James Gunn did very well putting Tom King involved in the creative part of DCU projects, and he is also involved in the Lanterns series, so we'll see what they do during production since filming for Lanterns starts next month. And we have here Ana Nogueira, who recently had rumors that she is involved in several DCU projects, but so far we haven't seen anything from her work in DCU yet, so we can't criticize because the film hasn't even come out yet, but maybe she will do very well because if she wrote a truly wonderful script for the Supergirl movie and even surprised James Gunn, it's because she has talent for it. So that's why I think she's involved in other DCU projects. Well, now let's talk about the image that was released because I have some theories about where this place could be. First of all, I'll talk about the House of El symbol that many people theorized would be different from David Corenswet's Superman symbol, but apparently it won't be different. Another thing I wanted to highlight here is about the color of the symbol, which instead of being red and yellow like Superman's is red and blue and has this red outline that's spread out, seems to represent blood because basically the comic story is about revenge. So that's why I think this way they represent this symbol is to represent revenge, which makes sense. When James Gunn announced his first chapter, I remember he was talking about Supergirl's movie. He said that this Supergirl will be more rebellious while Superman was raised by loving and kind parents. This Supergirl will be more radical and more tired. So that's why this version can fit perfectly into this story. I also want to remind you that the film story won't necessarily be similar to the comic story. It will be an adaptation of the comic, which is why Jason Momoa's Lobo is involved in the plot. Well, now let's talk about where this place might be, where MILLY Alcock is sitting. I think this place where they are filming is in a bar, and maybe it could be that scene from the start of the comic where Supergirl helps Ruthie while she's drunk. You can see this whole setup that they are indeed in a bar. If you notice that shelf and in the background, it looks so obvious that it's an alien bar. You can't deny that this is that bar scene, but maybe I'm wrong because most movies nowadays don't shoot in order, so this scene could be from any of the 3 acts of the film. It could be from the start or maybe from from halfway through or even from the end of the movie, but you can't deny this isn't a bar. It definitely looks like a bar. I don't know, but comment below what you think this place they're filming is. And another detail here I wanted to share with you is about this hoodie, which reminds me a lot of that crossover comic by Mark Waid and George Perez, which I think will serve as a basis for the interaction between Lobo and Supergirl in this film. But that's just my opinion. So that's all, folks. They only released this image and nothing more. I wanted to see a bit more of this movie because I'm really hyped for it, along with the Superman film. I'm very excited to see this one, too. And I'll just say, if this movie is good, I believe Supergirl could become one of the best, if not the best, heroine in cinemas right now. But honestly, I confess I'm really enthusiastic to see this movie on the big screen. Well, guys, that was all. There wasn't much to say, just one image, but comment below what you think this place is. For me, it's in a bar because in Tom King's comic, Supergirl is kind of an alcoholic, but I don't know. Comment below and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.